Hello my happy people, today we're talking about what camera should you get when you're just beginning photography. I get this question a lot of time, and I also get the question what I use for my photography, but that will be another video. Today we're sticking to just what camera should you start with when you're just beginning photography, because there are so many options and there are so many cameras, so what do you do? I will give you a few tips and I hope they're helpful, so let's start. So tip number one is you have to know what kind of photographer are you. Like, what do you want to shoot? Do you want to take pictures of people? Do you want to take pictures of landscapes, of weddings, of animals, of sport? There are so many options, so you really have to decide for yourself what kind of photography are you into and what do you want your camera to do. Like if you're maybe a vlogger or YouTuber, you want to have a nice depth of field and you want to have like an extra screen you can see yourself when you're vlogging. So those are options you really have to think about, because if you don't, you will end up with the camera and the lens, you're not very feeling it, and it means you will spend a lot of money on something you will not use or you will not be happy with. So first tip, really know what you want to take pictures of and what your camera has to do. So the second tip I can give you is know your budget. It's so important to know how much money you want to spend on the camera before you go online or you go to a shop, because you will get overwhelmed. There are so many choices and there are so many different like cameras and lenses. There is so much. So know your budget, so at least you will not spending too much time on the cameras you will not buy in the end because they're so expensive. So know your budget, go on the internet and look for what cameras are in your budget and what you can get for the money you want to spend on the camera. So definitely make a list for yourself and know your budget. So the last tip I can give you is, if you think you want a special camera and a lens and you know it and you think that's the one, first of all, look at your friends or family and see if they have the camera you like and you can practice with it and see if it really works for you before you buy it. As I said, cameras can be very expensive, so it's so sad if you end up with a camera and a lens you pay a lot of money for, but in the end you're not doing anything with it and it's just like in the closet, so it's so lost of your money. Also here in Holland, I know we have like companies you can rent a camera and a lens, and I did it a few times for me too, because I didn't know if I like the camera or I like the lens, especially the lens. I always have like a little bit difficult with it because I don't want it to be big or too much zoom and everything. I will explain it in another video, but I tried it and I'm so happy I did, because when I didn't, I bought a lens and it's still like in the closet and I don't do anything with it, so it's just a loss for your money. So try to see if people you know have the camera so you can practice with it and see if it suits you, and if don't, try to rent it. Of course it will cost you a little bit money, but it's so much less money than if you spend like a few hundreds or more on a camera you will not use in the end. So those are my tips. So let's like wrap it up. First of all, what kind of photographer are you and what do you want to shoot? Second of all, what's your budget, and try to go on internet and see what camera you can get for the price you have in your head. And third, try to see if people have the camera you like and you may practice on it. Otherwise, rent it and see if the camera really suits you, and after that, buy it. So that's all I have to share. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Also like and subscribe please, and share this video with someone who really wants to start with photography and doesn't know what camera they have to get. I hope this was helpful again, and I see you next time, and don't forget, keep on smiling. Bye.